Namaste, namaskaram, vanakkam, namo namaha, Jai Ganesha. The eyes have it. Our Hindu understanding of the third eye point, the Bindu. Puram Bindu, Vajri Purush ancient Puram Bindu Indu Hindu, soulful warrior. Hindu, say to yourself, I've got a dot on my head, and it's really, really red. It's a Bindu, because I'm a Hindu, and I'm proud to be a Hindu. What about you? And I do yoga because it's Hindu. Karma, bhakti, hatha is too. Rajagyana, it's all yoga. It's all Hindu. It's not boga, meaning bogas. So today, let's explore the Hindu understanding of the Trayambakam, the three eyes. And for those of you that are watching, you can obviously read the text here, but for those that are perhaps just simply listening, we'll recite from the text. The threefold vision. Many cultures have sacred eye symbolism. Yet, the specifically developed teaching of the eye between the brows, linked with Ajna chakra, yogic concentration, subtle channels, mantra, tapas, illumination, and liberation, flourished where? Within the special richness that is the Hindu yoga, religious, spiritual, scientific, philosophical lifestyle. In this essay, the third eye is not treated as a mere occult power. It is the mature capacity to receive deeply, to see clearly, and transform what has been seen. Soma, Surya, and Agni. Soma, Surya, Agni, Lochanaya Namaha. What is Soma? It could be looked at as the lunar vision, receptivity, compassion, memory, nourishment, sensitivity, cooling grace. Soma is also the magical elixir, and likened also to the elixir within, the antar amritam, the inner bliss of the Atmana, Ananda. Surya, that's the solar vision, also associated with Mahavishnu. This brings clarity, discernment, awakened intelligence, truth, and dharmic illumination. And Agni, the first word of the Rig Veda. Agni Mile, praise the fire. Not any anthropomorphic deity, but praising the fire and the elements and the fire within. This is the inner eye of tapas, purification, sacrifice, and digestion. Courage, Manipura chakra, the will power, and the burning away of all illusion. Now, this balanced center is not passive lunar softness, if you will, without discernment, nor is it harsh solar judgment without compassion, nor uncontrolled fire without wisdom. True threefold vision harmonizes compassion, clarity, and courage. The sacred number 3, the balance of life. Height, width, depth, past, present, future. Latent energy, kinetic energy, manifestation. Now let's look at Ganapati, and also as Brahmanaspati and Brihaspati from the Rig Veda. Ganapati is the deva of the Ganas, said to be the easiest one to contact. The master of categories, ordered multiplicity. Brahmanaspati. As Brihaspati is also the sacred speech, just as Ma Saraswati is Vak, she's the feminine Devi of speech. Brihaspati invokes wisdom and evokes wisdom, counsel, expansive understanding, teaching, and the Guru principle. Ganesha's great head symbolizes Buddhi, memory, first chakra too. Don't forget who you are, Tattvamasi. Discernment, listening, and wisdom. His third eye, this symbolism is of the inner vision. Now, Ganesha We fully liken him to our own human journey. This is the thing of the Devatas in Hinduism. Now, you may have inner experiences of them or not, but certainly the symbolism is so profound, and we are symbolic creatures, my friends. Go to Disneyland, Disney World. Watch TV, movies. A picture's worth 1,000 words. The symbolism is so profound in Hinduism. Great, profound teaching lessons. And you know that the coconut is sacred to Ganesha. Sacred within Hinduism. Such profound symbolism here. And with the coconut, you can get so much. My goodness. Just meditate on the coconut. From the palm fronds, you can make a hat. You can help erect a shelter. And what is a coconut? The green coconut is the one you drink, of course. Wonderful cleansing water of the green coconut and the jelly inside. And then the ripe mature coconut. Wow, let's look at that. And how many eyes does it have? Look at it. It has 3 eyes. What a ritual image this is. And its hard shell suggests our hard ego or personality, our ahamkara, that we need to turn into asmita, refine the ego. Don't get rid of it, just refine it. Hence we break coconuts in Hindu mandirs at ceremonies, right? Symbolic of breaking the hard outer brown rough shell. And what happens when we crack it? We find that beautiful pure meat on the inside, which is symbolic of the inner essence, the Atmana. So if we look at Ganesha's very form itself, is it not animal, human, and divine? Much like Hanumanji. So we could look at the elephant as the animal nature, instinctive, strong instinct, strength, memory, body intelligence, groundedness, foundation, earthiness, sensitivity. Human body, upright, moral, responsibility, choice, discipline, culture, and dharma. Divine, the third eye, mantra, sacred intelligence, awakened consciousness. The animal is not to be condemned or amputated, in a sense cut off from who we are. We are primates. It must become a vahana, disciplined, purified, and consecrated in the service of humanity, of dharma, of divinity. Ganesha therefore teaches not the rejection of nature, but its elevation. Animal primate power becomes sacred when it is brought under dharmic direction and offered toward awakening. The movement is therefore clear. Animal nature to human responsibility to divine awakening. Now, the animal nature, the elephant, doesn't disappear. It becomes illumined. Actually, we have a white elephant at Visuddha Chakra. Strength becomes service. Memory becomes wisdom. Life itself becomes a vehicle of the divine. Now, let's see a correlation here. With Pranava Om, the primal chant, the first sound, remarkably new, Pranava Om, the hum of the universe, the audible sound and the inaudible Om, written O-M because that's the way it sounds, but it is the Sanskrit word animal, human, divine. This is the form of yours, Ganapati, and mine, meaning all of us. And in the shortest of the Upanishads, Mandukya, the frog pose. Why frog? Because it sits on 4 points of contact. But 3 letters? Oh. The sacred fourth can't be uttered. It's a beautiful understanding like the lingam and Makali, the blackness, the absolute no-thingness, not nothing, but no-thingness, the Turiya state. Vaishvanara Tejasya Prajna. Vaishvanara actually means all human or all man. That's our waking outer consciousness. That's our humanity. That's our animal nature. The outward awareness, embodiment of the physical world. Tejasya, the U, is the illumined heart. That is our human nature. Compassion. And Prajna At the head is our divine nature, the divine magnetic head, if you will, and the silence in between, the repetitive trance turiya, the breath in between, the no-thingness that's in between every moment, the no-thingness of deep sleep into the wakingness and back again, from dissolution to creation, back again, the spiraling nature of creation itself, from the galaxies spiraling all the way to the bottom of the ocean in the conch shell and the cochlea inside your ear, listening now. Now, Ajna is very interesting. At the Bindi, the third eye point, it literally means command center. And look, deep within the head, here's the religious science of Hinduism. We find the pituitary and the pineal or pineal glands, and they provide a meaningful psychological correspondence. These glands are called the master or command glands of the body because they regulate the other endocrine glands. Though it is itself guided substantially by the hypothalamus, the pineal gland produces melatonin, without which we won't sleep much, and helps regulate the circadian rhythms. Now, the Ajna chakra is not literally identical with these glands, nor perhaps did the ancient Hindu teachings automatically describe modern endocrinology, yet the correspondence is illuminating and coincidental. Behind the sacred point lie structures concerned with rhythm, regulation, and response. The Bindi, the all-important mark of the Hindu, is the center. The point, the dot, the seed, the center. Now, they used to make fun of Hindus early on in America. They'd call them dot heads, and there were several nasty gangs in New York that were called the Dot Busters, and they'd just nasty stuff. Every group that's come to America has been highly criticized at first, because that's what immature people do. But there's a tremendous, powerful, symbolic imagery here and reality of the third eye point. The red dot, the bullseye, hitting the mark. The rising sun, if you will. And if we look at Nandi's bull, constantly staring at Shiva, the center, focus. Isn't this thought what makes life productive and successful, being able to focus? The third eye point, Bindi, develop your aim, which, when pronounced aim, is Ma Saraswati's Bija mantra. Perfect your aim. Head for the center, using your peripheral vision. So all three eyes are absolutely necessary. And with Nandi Keshvara, we see the beauty here of transformation, of tapas. And if you get the drift here, we must all face the BS in our life and transform it into Vibhuti. And we chant to Mahadev Shiva. Obviously, this is Ganesha's daddy, if you will. So we start with Ganesha at Muladhara, end up for Saiva Hindus at the top of the head. The dancing Nataraja, the three-eyed one, and at the center we find the Shiva Lingam. And of course we respect the other two sampradayas as well, Vaishnavism and Shaktiism. And they have similar corresponding understandings here. Triambakam yajamahe sukhandim pushti vardhanam urva rukamiva bandhanan murtyo mukshiyam amratat. We salute the three-eyed one and the three eyes within all of us and our fellow human beings. Right? All Hindus wear the red dot in the mandir, and of course the married women always wear the red dot, and look how significant that is. She's telling all people, look at me here. What a profound lesson for all of us, and especially for women. Don't degrade yourself. Let others and see yourself as a divine being, first and foremost. So we have Ganapati as Brihaspati in the Rig Veda, the deity of speech. We have a complete teaching here about animal, human, divine. This is the form of yours and mine. We start with our, in a sense, feeling nature. That's our bhakti yoga. which is actually our second yoga, though feeling is so vital to all of us. But it must be predicated by the first yoga, which is Karma Yoga. Why? Because we can be devoted to the wrong thing or the wrong person. Hence, ethics, yama, restraint. Karma Yoga is always first, providing the necessary foundation so that our devotion becomes sanctified, if you will. And then that devotion elevates into contemplation, contemplum, go within the temple, Raja Yoga. Keep up this process and we get the ongoing fruit of enlightenment, Gyan Yoga. The fourfold yogas, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, Gyan Yoga. This is Hindu Dharma. No real yoga, no real Hindu Dharma. No real Hindu Dharma, no real yoga. Now, within those four classic yogas, we have Hatha Yoga, Hindu devotional postures, Mantra Yoga, Hindu devotional chants, Japa Yoga, Hindu devotional chants on beads and mala, Nada Yoga, Hindu devotional music, bhajans, kirtan, Nata Yoga, Hindu devotional dance, learning to dance through life, in tune with life. So remember that, all of you out there doing what you think is yoga today. That Sanskrit Hindu word actually has nothing to do per se with your physical body. It's been distorted totally beyond recognition. The Sanskrit Hindu word yoga means yuj atman brahman cha, to yoke yuj, Y-O-K-E, to your inner essence, atmana, which is the Hindu understanding. It's different than the monotheistic understanding. The Hindu understanding of your inner essence, which is Sat Chit Ananda, Jyoti Shakti Ananda Shanti, or love, light, and energy. Om, this are we, with emotions, mind, and body. And then we, as an individual essence, or Atmana, Jivatma, we seek to be absorbed in a greater source, obviously, like a small stick of fire merges into the larger fire. Same constituent parts, but just different in degree, if you will. This is what we call Brahman, a neutral term, not God. That doesn't belong to Hindu lexicon. Just neither does caste. So, this is our goal as Hindus. To focus at the bindi, the third eye point. To bring together animal, human, divine nature. To do our yogas, karma, bhakti, raja, jnana. To elevate our consciousness. Like climbing up a spiral staircase, a lighthouse. Become a lighthouse. Be a beacon to others. Don't be a Khan. Don't take our classic yogas out of context. It's all Hinduism. Taught by Hindus and not for a fee. We welcome you all to study. But you must do that and become formally committed to the Hindu Yoga Dharma, which includes a name change, true to most any other religion, before you ever attempt to teach. We're not talking about comparative religious studies here. We're talking about becoming a teacher like of any other religion, of that religion, of the Hindu Yoga religion. Now, how do we end our satsangs? We wish others well. We wish them peace, fullness, tranquility, to be free from any undue sickness and harm, and do what we can to help and serve others. And then we turn the gaze back in on ourselves and strive always to go from untruth to truth, humbly admit our ignorance to a more enlightened state of being, and have faith, have hope, shraddha, have a realization of your inner essence, that eternal amritam that lies within. Sarvesham svasthir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu, sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve badani pashyantu, ma kashya dukha bhagvaver. Om asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, amrityor ma amritam gamaya. Om shanti shanti shanti. Om bhobo vasvaha taprajavidmehe vakratundaya dhimehe tanudante prachurayat. Om. Om Granantva Ganapati Gum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyestarajam Brahmanam Ramanaspata Anashwin Vanuteba Sita Saranam No Shri Ganesha Namaha Ganganapati Namaha Ganganapataye Namaha Ganganapataye Namaha Om Ahu Never forget who you are. Tattvamasi Aham Brahmasmi. You are Shakti, Shakti, Shakti. And Jyoti, Jyoti, Jyoti. And Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Trayambakam. Jai Mahaganapati. Jai Hindu Yoga Dharma. Namaste, Namaskaram, Vanakam. Namo Namaha.